So before I really begin, let me ask you something. Do you remember the last conversation you had with someone? Do you remember what was said? Do you remember the topic? It's okay if you don't, because it was probably a passing thing. Before the one I'm talking to now. If you do remember, that's great. Glad. I imagine it was a really pleasant thing. And I also understand if it was something really hard. Something you don't want to hear. We've all had moments like those. The only reason I am asking that is, well, there's been a rising concern that we haven't really been talking to each other. It's a valid concern. But there's only so much more that needs to be said. It's only part of the picture. There's been so many problems in the world too, regarding these lack of communication, the lack of listening. And we all want something to be done about it. We all have something to be said, to be heard. We want things fixed. We want things to be better. But these moments of chaos, they bleed us of these moments of quiet that we desperately need. So if we can just stop for just 2 seconds, 2 minutes, and just listen, maybe we'll be in a better place. Just think about it. In order to do that, we just need to listen. I imagine a lot of you know what listening's all about. And some of us, maybe not so much. Is it just hearing? Are you paying attention? All good questions. According to The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the author, Dr. Stephen Covey, described listening as one of 4 forms of communication: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Listening is arguably the most important out of all of those forms. And if that's the case, why don't we use it so much? Well, listening, according to the same book, also has 5 different levels. Ignorance and pretend are pretty close to each other. Ignorance, you're just basically ignoring them. Pretend you were acting like you're listening, but not really. Yeah, yeah. That sounds about right. The next 2 levels is selective hearing and active listening. For selective, you are basically paying attention to the parts you want to hear. And that can be for whatever intentions, typically not the most courteous. You could be listening to them for looking for spots in their speech where they might fumble over or contradict their own words, as the Pharisees would with Jesus. Alternatively, you could be listening to the parts you want to hear just so you can say something in response. But waiting for that person to respond, to stop talking just so you can say something, is actually really rude. And it disrespects the person. As opposed to active listening, you are paying attention to every word that is being spoken by that person, and is the more courteous because you are being respectful of their time. Finally, this is the hardest form of listening, is empathetic listening. Not only are you hearing everything they're saying, but you're getting into their head and thinking about everything about what they're saying, about how they think, how they feel, how they see things in their own perspective. Empathetic is when you're getting to understand the person, not just their words. And it's so beautiful because it bonds a deep connection between you and the speaker. This is the hardest form because not a lot of people can empathize, especially with experiences that they may or may not have heard. But all the better if you're able to. So even if we're able to use these higher forms of listening, why should we listen to them? That's a good question, because there's a lot of things you may not want to hear. And yet there are some things you'd be better off hearing. You might hear some unknown facts, like some offhand comment about how CPR can save lives. That can save your life too, if you know how to use it. And of course, with things that you hear, like a game of telephone, it's better to fact check these things, using critical analysis and common sense. The other reason that we should listen to these things is if we take the time to try to understand someone, they'll be more likely to try to understand you. Seek first to understand, and then be understood. Or as the book of Mark would put it, chapter 4, verse 24 in the New Living Translation, pay close attention to what you hear. The closer you listen, the more understanding you will be given, and you will receive more in return. It is good to be understood, and it is very important these days. And yet, there are some topics that we need to talk about or need to hear about, and we don't want to hear them because they're hard or they're just really sensitive, and we're worried that we're just going to cry over it. Don't worry about that. It's okay to be sensitive over these things, because sensitivity is not a weakness. If anything, it's a strength that should be embraced. There is a big difference between being sensitive and being dramatic. Anyone can be sensitive to these things, but what determines the drama is how we react to them. We react so strongly to these things. We end up dramatizing over them, and we end up wasting our breath. So they tell us to toughen up. Toughen up, get stronger. No. That's not how we do things. If we do that, we shut ourselves off from what we really need to feel. Instead of just toughening up, we should acknowledge our weakness. For it is better strength to find courage and keep pushing forward, even when you're afraid of it. This is what builds character. This is what builds pure faith and strength. What makes us these strong things? That's a good question. And how it relates to listening in this way? It might not be understood first, but when you think about it like this. We are all made diamonds in the rough. As Isaiah would put it, we are precious in his sight, just like diamonds. God values us very highly, more than any precious jewel on this earth. And we can still be formed. At first, we're just rough diamonds. Our surface is unclear and unshapen. But we can overcome a transformation to make us better people. Every cut we are made, that is a choice. And how good of a cut depends on the intention of the cut and how patient you are. Listening, in this case, is a good, clean cut. By the end of the transformation, the more you practice it, the more you choose to do good things, not just for yourself. The more you become a pure, polished, amazing diamond. A diamond that is strong. A diamond that shines. A diamond that reflects who you are. And people can see that. They will want you. And they'll love you for it. Even though sometimes they might hate you for it because they haven't been able to. That's okay. Because what's more important right now is you. You building up your own strength so that you can help others find theirs. And you can do that by listening. Because diamonds grow. And we can always grow stronger each and every day with the pure love that we give each other, if not more from God. Don't take any of this as criticism. I have no right to tell you what to do. I only want to tell you things that God wants you to hear. Because that's my purpose on this earth. And if I am to do that well, I need to listen too. Sometimes we get so caught up in all this chaos, we forget to lose ourselves in the quiet. So every now and again, if the world just overwhelms you, just take a moment and breathe. Find a quiet place and listen. Listen with all your heart. Listen to other people. Listen to God. And maybe, someday, we will be in a better place than before. We'll be better people. Like a pure diamond. Like a beautiful orchid. Like a beautiful star in the sky. Now I've said all my piece on this. Now it's my turn to listen. Thank you.